Hi, this is Josh Marshall from TPM Media. We are here today with Al Franken, who in addition to being a comedy worthy of decades standing, is now running to replace Norm Coleman as a senator from the state of Minnesota. So just to start with, you and I both agree that Norm Coleman is probably one of the most respected members of the United States Senate. Why are you running against Norm Coleman? What is it about? How has he fallen short, in your estimation, in his 6 years in the Senate?
Well, first of all, I'm from Minnesota,
yeah. So that makes a certain logic to it, right?
Yeah.
Right,
so
right,
this
right,
one isn't about just running against Norm Coleman. Although if he was a really good senator, I may not be doing this. He forgot who he was working for. About 6 months after Paul died, he did an interview with Roll Call, and in it he said that, to be blunt, I'm a 99% improvement over Paul Wellstone. Well, of course he had to apologize, but it took him a while, actually.
Right.
And then he said, well, what I really meant was that I'm a 99% improvement over Paul Wellstone in terms of supporting this White House.
So that's probably accurate, I guess.
And it was accurate, and he's now trying to distance himself. But he was a total lapdog for this president, and he thought he was working for Bush and Cheney.
You're a professional comedian, writer, whatever, and now you're out campaigning. What's it like?
It's really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you couldn't say it's not fun.
It'd be stupid to say it's not fun, but I could.
But it's actually fun.
Well, there's some, there are a few aspects that aren't fun. There's something called call time, which is calling people for money.
That sounds like fun.
And there'll be people and I've developed techniques.
Right.
Very often I'll call them because we have a fundraising event, right?
Yeah.
And I'll invite them to the fundraising event, and the event will have levels of giving. But a lot of times they'll think they get off the hook by going like, oh, I'm going to be out of town that day. And I go like, is your checkbook going to be out of town? And then they go, ha, 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 and I get the money from them.
Oh, because the joke.
Because it's a joke.
That's clever. That's clever.
Yeah, and then I always tell them, okay, there's a fundraiser, so-and-so, and I promise it's in a safe neighborhood, which is actually sort of a fundraising joke, because all fundraisers are in safe neighborhoods because they're always in rich people's houses. Right. So they laugh at that. But the actual fun of the thing is going to campaign around the state. The people are fabulous. I mean, it's very, they're fun. Obviously these people going to these dinners are Democrats and activists, so maybe it isn't. But I do Rotary clubs too, which is not Democrats. I just like people. I think I like people in general. I like Minnesotans, but it's fun, and it's fun to be out there in greater Minnesota, in rural Minnesota, and talk to people and I've had people like at fundraisers in New York or Seattle or something go like, how do you relate to those people out there? How do you get them to understand? I go, oh, no, you don't understand.
Right.
They're real sophisticated.
So another campaign I want to ask you about, the presidential campaign.
Yeah.
Now, you haven't endorsed anybody, have you? You're not.
No. I like them all.
Yeah.
Equally.
Complete, like down to the decimal equally. So I can't tease you out on anything.
No.
Hillary, Obama.
No.
What do you think of all these people?
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
They're all great.
I'm not getting anywhere with this, am I?
No, because I'm running for the nomination.
Right.
And why would I alienate a Gravel supporter? Right.
They have any out there?
I don't know.
Right.
But let's say there's one.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. All right. Anything else you want to discuss?
Obviously our energy policy, and we have to address global warming, and we should have done it years ago.
Right.
And this is very, very, very important.
No, I know it is.
It's not just important.
And it ties in with the Iraq stuff. I mean, it's all part of
obviously. It's wind, too. Because wind energy, Minnesota's a very windy state.
Right.
And, some people say, and I don't agree with this, it's because the Dakotas blow and Wisconsin sucks. And you'll never hear me say it because I don't agree with it.
Okay.
You can save so much the energy you don't have to produce with conservation. And that means things like, high-speed rail and commuter rail and, light rail and encouraging people to ride bikes. One of our health problems in this country is obesity.
Right, right.
Let's get our kids riding bikes. Let's turn our hydrocarbon fueled economy into a carbohydrate fueled economy.
That's excellent. All right.
I heard Jim Oberstar, the chairman of the Transportation Committee in the House, who's from Minnesota, and who is a walking advertisement for the committee system. This is a guy who's been in transportation his whole career, 30 years in the House. He's finally the chairman. He's so happy.
Right.
And he knows so much about it. But I heard him say that. And it's the single most adorable thing I've heard ever said.
That's pretty
in
good.
the House, in the Congress, I think. And we're selling more bikes than cars now in this country. It's already happening.
Now, how do you know that?
I heard it from him.
Got it.
From Jim Oberstar.
Got it.
God, I hope it's true.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah.
This is like, this will turn up like an Oppo research film for Norm Coleman.
Yeah.
Al Franken, thanks for coming by the TPM World Headquarters.
And let's talk ag policy.
I'm looking forward to
camera.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
A couple hours.
All right. Josh Marshall, TPM Media, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Concentrated animal feeding operations. Very controversial. Like a bonehead, I didn't say, urge people to go to my website.
Give a website.
alfranken.com, and there they can see all kinds of speeches I've given, my positions on issues, and you would be wrong, for example, because you're a journalist, for you to go to alfranken.com, click on
and give you money.
and give money. That would be wrong.
Right.
Just don't do it.
I won't.
But other people.
Can get money. You're raising money for this campaign.
Yeah, and it might actually mean that I don't have to do as much call time.
Got it. All right. More money, less call time.
More study of issues, better legislation in Congress, better lives for you and your family, and all Americans, and everyone in the world. Did you want to say something to preserve some dignity?
No, I think we left that a while back. So we'll call it there. Josh Marshall, TPM Media. We'll talk to you tomorrow.